Welcome back to the channel and 2D6 Dungeon. 2D6 Dungeon was created by Toby Lancaster. His link is in the description. We are using Tailspire for the mapping, and we are on level 5, the Infernal. I just returned from town after finding this hole. While in town, I bought some rations, but I didn't really sell anything. I got rid of my jerkin because I had a jerkin in my heavy inventory. But that was pretty much all I sold. Everything else I kind of kept. I think I got rid of a lot of my gems. So I'm sitting with a little bit of monies. And so what happens, I went and did the arm wrestling and I got an 11 on my roll. So I failed. I lost the arm wrestling, but I did get 8 hit points above my base, which would bring me up to 66 or 68. Yeah, 68. You see on my sheet though I'm at 66 because after that I went to the tavern to celebrate and I kind of got a little too drunk. I lost all my silver pieces and 2 HP, so I'm at 66 instead of 68. All right, now I'm back in the dungeon and we're ready to move forward. We had a few directions to go, I believe. Yep. Now, these probably connect. We have or no, there is no connection over here. That was a dead end. There was a path here though. So this would hopefully connect around. I could go that way if I want. And this door here comes out this way. And then we have doors and passages this way. So what I'm thinking, what way can we go that's not going to require a whole lot of backtracking if it fails? And I feel like if we went this way first, we would end up getting stuck. Either it's going to connect and then we're going to loop, or it's going to dead end and then we're going to have to backtrack. Which either one's fine. We'll fill in the hole. Let's fill in the hole. Let's go that way. Alright, now that I've discovered what's on the other side of this door, I remember that this room's doors were all locked. It was rolled, reinforced, and locked. So I had to unlock the door before I can go through it. Let's do that, even though I know what's on the other side already. We have 2 lockpicks plus 2, so let's use one of those and add our precision with 2d6. Before we do that, I need to know what the lock number is. So let's see. We need to beat a 10. Alright, so 2d6 plus 5, precision plus 2 because of lockpick, so 2d6 plus 5, and we have good numbers there. 8 plus 5, we beat the lock, no problem. And so let's open the door and step inside. What we have is something somewhat familiar. It is another heated chamber. There's a large circular brazier here. The embers are warm. It needs kindling to relight. Something I forgot because I didn't look at the heated chamber last time, which it doesn't matter. We went back to town and stuff. When I relit it to get rid of my soak status, I should have looked at my sheet and found out what happened there. Would have gained 2x HP, which would have been nice, but like I said, we've been back to town, but we don't know if there was a patrol or found some dried meat. So because I didn't do that check when I relit the other one, I'm going to do it now for this room, even though I'm not going to relight this one. We're going to treat this one as if I was relighting the other one. So let's see what happens. Oh, I was only supposed to roll it. We're going with the primary dice, the red one. We have a 1, so we have a patrol. And our patrol is another Old Fang pillar. Once a red guard, the Old Fangs have taken on the role of command as time takes its toll. But they are still tough as always and formidable opponents despite being somewhat slower. Maneuvers are a heavy swing and a glancing blow, and they have breastplate, primary 5s and 6s -2, and forearm block with secondary 2s -1. So our swooping spin is affected by the forearm block, and our lunging thrust and heavy slash are affected by the breastplate. Round 1, our turn here. We're going to go ahead and swing at the Valorist. We have a 4-6 with a 4-6 and 3 shifts. We need 1 more shift. Can't get to anything without 4 shifts. We can get to a lunging thrust with 4 shifts. We can get to a heavy slash with 4 shifts, but we can't do either of those, so we only have 3. So Old Fang's turn for round 1. He's gonna get a 2-2. And 2 shifts. He can turn the primary 2 into a 3 to make a heavy swing. D6 +2, 4 points of damage. Brings me to 62 health. Round 2, our turn. We're going and swinging at him with a 1-1. We have a failure. I haven't done one of those in a while. When we have a double 1, we just miss. There is nothing we can't shift it. It's just straight miss. Round 2, Valor's turn. Swinging at us with a 4-5. 4-5. And 2 shifts. He can take that 4 and turn it into a 6. Create a glancing blow. Oh, the heavy swing, like the bracers would have helped. I would have got 2 health for that. You get 2 health back because of the bracers. Keep track of stuff. Remember that I'm wearing armor as well. Let's fix him up here. Alright, so the glancing blow would be affected by our divine breastplate of -4. So even if he max damaged the glancing blow, it wouldn't do anything to us. 3 + 1 is 4, and breastplate is -4, so it's 0. This is something I didn't actually know before. I'll bring it up because I think I've actually failed to do this correctly a few times. Armor cannot deflect damage from prime attacks, even if primary or secondary die on the armor is 6. So I don't remember if I've blocked prime attack damage or not, but I'm going to make sure I remember to not block any prime attack damage. Not that that counts for this one, but that was just a regular hit. And so round 3, our turn. And we have a 6-4, which is an exact heavy slash, which means we get to add our 3 shifts onto it. I just realized I wasn't keeping up with the round combat in the bottom corner. We are on round 3. D6 +3 plus the shift, so D6 +6. We are doing 9 points of damage. That is our first hit on him, bringing him down to 15 health. Round 3, Old Fang's turn. And we get a 4-3 with a 4-3 and 2 shift. And shift into a heavy swing. Primary down to 3. And secondary down to 2. And there we'll have a heavy swing, which is D6 +2 and metal bracers -2. So just a straight D6. And with 3 points of damage. Round 4, our turn here to swing back at the pillars. So what we got is a 2-2, and we have 4 shifts now. With a 2-2 and 4 shifts, we can create a swooping spin pretty easy, actually. The swooping spin is D6 +4 -1 for secondary for his forearm block. 6 +3. Bringing him down to 6 points of health. Now, I didn't subtract his interrupt from my prime attack or my exact strike. I'm not sure if I was supposed to. Probably should have taken 2 off of that. So let's give him 2 health. Bring him back to 8. forgetting a few things today, so at least I'm remembering in process instead of after when I'm editing the video. On around 4 pillars turn here. And he's going to get a 4-5 with 3 shifts. 4-5. 4-5. We have 2 shifts to make it a 6, which would make another glancing blow, which does nothing to us. And he would need 4 shifts to be able to make a heavy swing with that. So we're fine. 0 points of damage. Top around 5 in our turn. Swing at the Pillarist. We have 2 shifts in addition to our normal. Now we have with a 4, 6, and 5 shift. We can quickly and easily make a swooping spin that's going to use all 5 shifts. Taking the 1 shift, bring the 4 to a 3. And 4 shift to bring the 6 down to a 2. Very swooping spin. And we do another 6 points of damage, bringing him to 2 health. Pillarist turn for round 5. It's going to swing back at us with a 1-2. 1-2 and 4 shifts. We can take that 1 and turn it into a 3. Create a heavy swing. 5 plus, yeah, just 5. 5 points of damage. That brings us to 56 health. Drop around 6 in our turn to attack him. Yeah, 6-3. Now with just using 1 shift, we can turn the 3 into a 4 to make a heavy slash. But we have 6 shifts. I kind of want to go ahead and do a swooping spin. It's going to give us a little more damage. I mean, he's going to die, but we're using more of our shifts and going to a swooping spin. That gives us more damage than anything else. And that is a 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 points of damage. Takes him out. Behind his character card here, I'm going to do the XP real quick. We were at 4,004 XP. We're going to add 95 onto it, bringing us to 4,099. We'll see that once I put the card away. And we have a pouch and a potion. Let's get the pouch here first. We have a PT2 table with +1. We got is 4. Nothing in the pouch. Add a pouch to our sheet. And then the potions. Let's see if we have something worth drinking right now. That is a 3. Which is a potion of resist magic. Now, I know our potions are kind of loaded, so we can switch one of these out. I don't really need the potion of willpower. I have 2 of them. We can get rid of one of those. Potion of resist magic is ignore 1 successful enemy maneuver against you that is magic based, and it's instant. We're gonna hold on to that. It'd be nice in case we're low on health and fighting something magical. We can block a hit. So potion of willpower, we'll leave it here in this room. All right. Now we have a few doors. The question is, did the Pillarist come through one of the doors, or did he come on behind us? I'm kind of thinking he may have come behind us. I mean, we made a commotion over here fighting, so he came from behind us. We're gonna have to check these doors to see if they're open or locked. We'll do red die for this door and black die for this door. See if these are locked or not. They are wooden doors, so they're only gonna get locked if they're on 6s, and we have 2 2s. Both doors are unlocked. Now, I feel like this is gonna be a little closet, so let's go to this door here. Opening this door and then stepping through, we find a short passage, a 1x6 hall with another archway here. Stepping into this room, we get hanging skeletons. Now, Tailspire wouldn't let me orient them properly, but hanging suspended from the ceiling are 2 skeletons. They are out of reach, and a table covered in blood is here. You see some of the bodies have scraps of cloth, leather, straps, and chains. And I have to roll on the interrupt table. Do I want to get the cloth, leather, straps, and chains? I think I could probably move the table and stand on the table, maybe get them that way. Let's see what's the interrupt first. 4-1. Part of the wall here is crumbled to the ground, forming a pile. Someone has been to repairing the damage with lime mortar, and some of the fallen stone is stacked. There's a tea chest here you can search. Now roll on a d6. 1-2 stones tumble down, lose 2 health. So I believe if I, even though there's a period there, I do believe if I roll higher than 1 or 2, I don't lose the health because the stones don't tumble. We have some stuff here that I could potentially take. Kind of wish I would have rolled this interrupt beforehand so I could have decorated the dungeon with a pile of rubble. And we have a 10. There are 2 twisted metal bars at the bottom and a pouch of seed next to a lockpick plus 1. Oh, 3 uses of a lockpick plus 1. Speaking of which, I didn't take off our lockpick from before. So let's fix our lockpick. We used a lockpick plus 2. That brings that down there. And now we're going to add 3 more lockpick plus 1s, bringing us to 9 of those. Pouch of seed. And 2 twisted metal. We're all filled in. See if we stumble and get lost in the stone. So 1 or 2, we're losing health. And we losing health. Our reinforced door. Let's see if it's unlocked. Yep. Now with a 5, a reinforced door is locked. Let's see what kind of lock it has on it. That is lock difficulty of 7. We'll go ahead. We'll use one of the new plus 1 lockpicks. 5, 6, 7. Plus our everything. We're totally able to unlock that door. We'll open this door up and step inside. What we have is 2 large iron cells. One is got a scared looking man inside with a lock door, lock plus 2. And if we unlock it, we'll set a prisoner free. Otherwise, he's going to scream and we get a patrol. So let's unlock it. Let's see what kind of strength the lock is. It is plus 2 on that would be a 13. You got glare. The lock is a 13 strength. So we're going to use our last plus 2 lock pick. And hopefully we can unlock it before he starts screaming. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 plus precision, bringing us to 11, which is not enough to unlock it. And so he's going to scream and bring us a patrol. And this time we are getting a ruptured Simbe. That don't sound fun. Alright. Due to tight quarters, we are watching this fight from inside the jail cell. A wretched Simbe. A few infernal monks focus their study on metamorphosphere. Many die unable to control this powerful magic, or worse, become afflicted. A few, though, show aptitude and become Simbe. Their maneuvers are a transformed hand and an energy blast, and their interrupts is a ethereal shield, Primary 2s and 6s would affect our heavy slash and quick sway. Secondary 2s and 3s, which would affect our lunging thrust and swooping spin. Top around 1 our turn here. Let's go ahead and swing at the Simbe. With a 6-2 and 3 shift, we can create a lunging thrust. 1 shift for 2 to 3. Now 1 shift for 6 down to 5. That would be a D6 plus 2. Dealing 5 points of damage. Bringing it down to 35 health. Simbe's turn for round 1. Swings with a 1-5. With 2 shifts, we cannot turn that 5 into a 2. Therefore, we cannot make a hit. We can't turn the 1 into a 4. So, the Simbe misses. Chop around 2 our turn. We are going to go with a 2-1. With a 2-1, 3 shifts, we can make a swooping spin. Yep, that's about all we can make is a swooping spin. Got 3, make this 2. Swooping spin is a D6 plus 2 due to the interrupt. We have a 6 plus 2 for 8 points of damage. Bringing it down to 26 health. Simbe's turn for round 2. Where's my dice? You're at a 2-2. 2 shifts, we can turn that the 2 into a 1. Oops, wrong. Primary. To create a transformed hand. We don't have anything to block a transformed hand. I'm not ready to use my potion that I just got. So we'll take the damage. D6 plus 4. 8 points of damage. Bringing us down to 46 health. Don't want to tank too many of those. Top around 3 our turn. Go with the swing. Now we have a 3-1, and with just 1 shift we can make a 3-2 for another swooping spin, which is a D6 plus 2. 5 points of damage. Bringing him down to 22 health. Simbe's turn for round 3. With a 6-4 there. 6-4. 2 shifts. We cannot create the energy blast, ready? Top around 4 our turn here. We have 6-5. We have 4 shifts now. 1 shift we get as a heavy slash, but it would be just a D6, nothing extra because of the interrupt. One shift brings 6 down to 5, and 2 shifts to bring 5 to 3. Create a lunging thrust. So lunging thrust is a D6 plus 3. Secondary 3 is minus 2. So D6 plus 3, and we do 4 points of damage. Bring him down 18 health. Simbe's turn for round 4. Swinging with a 3-5. Let me just view screen 3-5, and that is easy to shift a 3 into a 4. Create an energy blast. A bandage shield secondary 5s would help with that. Minus 2. So that's going to be a D6 plus 1 damage. 1 plus 1 for 2 points of damage. Top around 5 our turn, swinging at the about 2-5. We got 2-5 there, and 5 shifts. What can we do? Yeah, we can do this. 5 shifts, we could take 3 shifts to turn the 2 into a 5, and 2 shifts to turn the 5 into a 3. Create a lunging thrust, which is a D6 plus 3, or 8 points of damage. Bringing it down to 10 health. Getting there. Simbe's turn for round 5. With a 2-2, and that again can be shifted into a 1. Create a transformed hand. We'll be We'll take 9 points of damage. Bringing us to 37 health. This combat takes a little bit longer. I'm going to use the potion next time. Round 6, and it's our turn. We get a 2-2. With a 2-2, we change 1-2 into a 3 to create a swooping spin for a d6 plus 2 damage. 8 points of damage to him. Bringing him down to just 2 health left. Sinbei's turn for round 6. 5 shifts here. Up. 2-4. With a 2-4 and 5 shifts, they can't easily hit another transformed hand. Which means we're using one of our... We're not holding on. We'll take that resist magic potion, drink it now right now. So, here's the text on that. We'll move the dice. Your knowledge potions have... potions can be used at any point in the adventure, even during combat. That was the main thing. If you using combat, you miss your attack while liquid, after which the enemy gets to attack again, but you still use your armor for both attacks. You only drink 1 potion per combat. I feel like the magic resist potion ignores 1 magic attack. It's too late to drink it right now. Should drink it last and not attack, because it's their turn. I'd drink it on my round, or my turn of the round, and not attack, and they would get to attack. Since it's their turn to attack, and I already attacked this round, I can't drink it this round. So we're taking another d6 plus 4. 9 more points of damage. Bringing us down to 28 health. Moving on to round 7. Now we passed round 6. Our shifts do not continue to increase. But what does happen is interrupt that our movement base go away. So her quick sway is no longer in effect. So our secondary 2s and 3s no longer get a -2 damage. The ethereal shield will still stay in play. So our lunging thrust and our swooping spin will now do full damage. And it is our turn here on round 7. We have a 1-4. We have 6 shifts. We can turn that 1 into a 5 and the 4 into a 3. Create a lunging thrust, or 6 plus 5. And it's our turn to do 9 points of damage. And that brings it to dead. Now we're going to get 500 points of experience. Add that behind here, bringing us to 4,599 experience points behind the features card. They have a religious pouch. Let's see what this is. It is a 6. There's a square of cotton fabric inside the pouch, wrapped around some Mythos vines. I know, I'm horrible at pronouncing these plant names. We have 2 of those now. I should look at what kind of healing I can make with all my spines, my herbs. Alright, so we have our experience from them, we have our treasure from them, so we can get rid of their card. Now let's take a look at our... Oh, we have a medicated bandage. Nice, we have some regular bandages and we have medicated bandage. And we have what we need to create a medicated bandage as well. We have 1 bandage and we have the leaves. So we're going to use a bandage to heal 20 health. And then we're going to take time to create a new medicated bandage. Now one thing, and we have 1 bandage, 1 regular bandage, but it says if you have the right combination of herbs, you can immediately make D3 doses. I don't know how you make more bandages than you already have. First, let's give me 20 health back. I'm using the bandage we already have. And then every time you make an herbal remedy, apart from chewing the Malacco, because that doesn't, you're just chewing something, you gain 5 XP per level. So that's nice. Now we gotta roll D3. Let's see. We got 2. So that way we are level 6. So we are using 1 Scarlet Octavis, 1 Anmo Stems, and 1 our bandage, and then we're getting 1 bandage. I think regardless, I don't see how we only have 1 bandage if we're going to turn it into 2 bandages by adding leaves. Maybe we'll leave it as having 1 bandage. I use 1 to create, heal myself, and then we created a new one off the bandage we had. And we can't use another bandage just in this room. And then we get our experience for that, which would be 30 points, bringing us to 629, I think. Let's check this door, because there's a door here. Let's find out if it's unlocked or not. It is a reinforced door. Let's see. It is locked with a difficulty of 10. I used the last lockpick +2 on trying to free that prisoner. Failed. The prisoner's stuck in there. We can try and unlock the door and continue forth, leaving the screaming prisoner behind. Unfortunately, we're only allowed to unlock a door once, or attempt to unlock a door once. Kind of like when we're in there fiddling with our lock picks, we mess up the lock, and now it's only going to open with the key. Oh yeah, we have super success on unlocking this door. So use one of our lockpick, bringing us to only 8, not 88, 8 plus 1 lockpick. Door is ready to be passed through, but I think we're gonna stop here for today. We'll pick up here on our next video. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoyed this session and have a good day. Talk to you again soon.